Watch the video. Here it comes. Wow. Wow, what a weekend. Crazy weekend. Just so much going on. So much out there. I'll tell you how it went, and then we'll talk a little bit about one specific garage sale. I'll save that to the end. So Thursday, drove down to Toronto. We hit Canadian Storage Wars and met up with Cindy and her gang. Had a great time there. It was nice to meet all the stars, and my wife had a blast, so that was, what made it great. So on the way back from there, we hit a garage sale, of course. And then Saturday morning, I did my regular garage sales, followed up by probably one of the biggest ones I've hit this year. And I'm going to save that one for the end, because really, that was what this whole video is pretty much about. So the morning one, I got just a few pieces of bits and glass. The one on the trip back, I got some stamps, glassware, a vintage set of dishes, a nice glass light fixture, a bunch of Pepsi stuff, and again, buying a big lot. This one I bought a box at a time, which I usually don't do. I usually just pile everything and then get a price at the end. But we were kind of going box by box, but I was buying whole boxes rather than sorting through and taking one or two items, so that helped me on the prices. And then I even got some free stuff at the end, so it was a good deal. So then Saturday morning we did our usual, like I said, just got some glasses and stuff. Went to this huge garage sale. Like I said, I'll talk about that at the end. Went to another garage sale where I put some stuff on Thursday, because I was trying to sell some stuff for them and help them out, so I wanted to check it out, and wasn't able to sell it, but they ended up giving me all the stuff for free, a whole box full. And mostly just some vintage stuff, nothing too serious, so that was a good deal for me. Then we went to North Bay, and I picked up a few things there. Again, it wasn't great pickings. However, I did get the 2 pole lamps in the back for free, and I got another light fixture for free. So, there's another $50-$60 in free stuff I got there. And then the one thing we hit a garage sale where we bought a bunch of movies. The movies were $25 for $10. No, 10 for $25. That's what it was. So we bought 20 movies. Then he had a bunch of CDs, and a lot of you guys out there doing storage auctions and stuff get rooms full of CDs, I'm sure, or a collection like this guy had. It was awesome. We probably weren't the first people there, but we probably took the most CDs. We had stacked, well, it ended up being 3 of those recyclable bags and some plastic ones, and they were full. Like, you could not put another CD in there, it would collapse and fall over the back of the car. There's my standard yawn per video. So we walked out of there with, I'm guessing, 200-300 CDs and the guy gave them to us for $20. Great CDs. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Elton John, Zeppelin, Stones, Beatles, you name every classic rock band, it was in that group. Even like we had Elvis, Ray Charles, B.B. King. So my wife upgraded her collection, and whatever's left I'm going to sell at my store for $1 to $2. I think last time I looked at it, I should be able to get somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 to $300 at $2 a piece for a CD. So we'll try and see if it works. If not, we'll bring them to my garage sale, put $1 a piece, we'll sell them all there. So we hit that one. That was the big one in North Bay. And then the guy actually texted me, because I left my number, saying that he has a milk crate full of CDs left, and he'd take $20 for them. So I might try going back and offering him 10 for them. But we'll see what happens. So the big garage sale. So what does everyone do when you get to a big garage sale? Your adrenaline gets rushing. You walk in, you see tables after tables after tables full of stuff, and you go, oh my god. So you start panicking, you're walking through the tables and you go, yeah, I want that, and I want this, and I want that. And so I grabbed a few things, and then I realized that there's a cabin and everything, stuff in there too. So I go in the cabin. Well, the cabin ends up being this guy's workshop, and it was packed with stuff. I mean, packed. You add to that the 20, 25, maybe even as many as 30 people in that building at once. It was crazy. So what do? What do? You're in there. Everyone's everywhere. You can barely move. And what do? So what I did is I grabbed first thing I saw, a couple ammo crates. Okay, stack those together. I saw a crate that had some neat stuff in it. Threw that. And I just looked at the top two items. I didn't go anywhere past there. Saw some paddles. Grabbed the paddle. What else did I see? And I grabbed and threw in that pile. Cast iron pot I threw in there. Fireman's hat I threw in there. My wife threw a level in there. One thing, another box of stuff I threw in there. Oh, a toolbox I threw in there. So we threw all that in. And then I'm going, okay, yeah, we're going to get this. And I said, so she goes, well, $80 for the pile. And I'm going, gee, that's pretty expensive, but it works out to about $5-10 per box or whatever. I think it was $10 per box. So at $10 per box, I was okay with that because when you break it down even smaller, it worked out to about less than $5 an item. And really, for me, $5 threshold is really not bad. So I said, oh, and I'm going to take the drawer with the fishing stuff. The gentleman looked in it, didn't get anything. I'd like to buy everything in there. She goes, well, make it $10. So for $10, I got this drawer. So what was in the drawer? Well, here's the chemicals. The 4 trays full of parts. Several boxes of nylon rope. I got corks, all kinds of corks, and I'm guessing are for rods. I got rod parts, and I got a bunch of these. And so I got tons of fishing stuff. And oh yeah, my original pile had some fishing rods. Because again, I always buy fishing rods. So he happened to have 4 that he was working on, so I grabbed all 4 of those. So, what did I do? I, looked up what I could. The trays were about $10 a tray on eBay. These 2 chemicals alone were like $36 on eBay. The yarn, I saw 3-4 yarn for $30-40 each. So I looked it all up, and I went, okay. So I made a quick post. Hey, any of those serious fishermen out there, just to let you know I got this stuff. It's really nice stuff. Not sure what it's worth, but if you're interested, let me know. This is for people who want to make their own rods, fix their own rods. This is not for just your guy that goes out on Saturday by himself. So I sent it out. Yet one buddy emailed me back, hey Ken, show me some pictures, I'd like to see what you got. So I took pictures of everything I got, and he goes, and then I go, well, I'd like $150 for it all. Writes me back, goes, you should join this club. These stuff is all pre-84. It's gonna be worth more than $150 if you don't mind waiting for it. Wow, that's freaking awesome. I can't believe it's worth that much money. So I go, okay. So I'm at work today and fooling around at work, and sure enough, guys coming out, got some tool from my store. And, oh, that's a bit sharpener piece. Took me a while to figure it out, but that's what it was. And they were talking about what I got, and I said, oh, I got this stuff for fixing up kits and stuff, fishing. Oh, he says, I'd really be interested. I said, okay, well, I'm asking you. He goes, how much you asking? I said, oh, about $150. And he said, oh, wow, can you bring it in so I can take a look at it? So I'm thinking, okay, my buddy tells me it's worth more than $150. This guy wants me to bring it in so he can look at it at $150. I'm going, that's a pretty good deal at $150, I'm thinking. So if my buddy says it's a good deal and this other guy's jumping all over the place, getting excited about it, so I'm gonna bring it in and hopefully I'll sell it for 150 because I spent on that whole pile $90, and if I get 150, I'm $60 up just on that pile. Now the other pile, because I bought another pile, and the other pile was about $140, and in that pile was 2 gun cases, a bunch of fishing rod cases, a bunch of paddles, some metal wheels, tackle boxes, books, of course. To be honest, I can't tell you what else. Oh, no, that wasn't in there. To be honest, I can't tell you what else I really got in that pile because there's so much stuff around me right now. But I broke it down to about $5 a piece again. So I thought that's a good risk to take on something $5. So yeah, so it was awesome. So I'll have to figure out what some stuff's worth because I don't know. I'll show you a couple pieces that I got. I got this backpack. It's canvas backpack. Oh, what's nice is it's all leather strapping. Well, I'm just getting the camera here. All leather strapping on the back, leather neck piece. Bottom's all leather strapping. Has a mark of. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. See it? Well, probably not because it's really green. But it's 3 crowns. So I'm not sure about that piece. The other piece I got, I'm hoping it's worth some good money, is this guy here. 2-piece gun case, all leather. It's done by Black Sheep brand. So hopefully we'll do well with that. And again with this I got a couple mobile phones. I got some gas cans also. Really just tons of stuff. Too much to list it all or even show you any of it. But also this weekend I got some free stuff, which is great. Because I don't usually get a lot of free stuff. So that was Saturday. Sunday, this morning, went to North Bay, saw a buddy, bought a bunch of fishing rods off him, ended up buying some military jackets, and a little bit of antiques. So did well there, paid $10 a piece for the military jackets, paid $35 for 10 fishing rods with reels, did really well there, and then again, $30 for the little piece of antique stuff I got, which I'll do well with, because there's a crock in there, 2 glass bottles, there's my $30 back, there's a toaster, a nice tin box, excuse me, so some really nice stuff there, so I'll make my money back there. So then I get back from there, and I get a call from the people at the garage sale, and they go, oh, by the way, we didn't sell everything. Do you want to come pick it up? So I get there, and we're having a hawing about price, and finally we settle on $75. So I fill up my envoy. It's an extended envoy to the rafters, room for nothing else. And I gotta go back tomorrow because I did not have room for everything. So I'm expecting that load to bring me huge amounts of money. As for what I picked this weekend, if we do a quick count here, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 195, 210, 220, 230, 240, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 3, 210, 220, 230, 340, 350, 360, 370, 380, 4, 5, 6. It just, the return's going to be amazing on this weekend. That's all I gotta say. Just way too much stuff, great deals. So if you're out there picking, pay attention to what you're doing. So back to the story about the pick at the big garage sale. We talked about my inside pick. I was in luck. I had my wife with me, got her to come in and watch stuff, and then I went outside and I started building a pile outside. So once we got the price settled inside, I moved all that stuff outside. My wife stood there watching that. I made a pile beside that one that I hadn't paid for, and then I had the lady give me a price on it. So really, I did extremely well by doing it that way. And I got lots of great stuff, and I got the call. So just, you know what, everyone, you just need to keep checking, keep plugging away, be nice to people, and you too can get deals like this. So hope everyone had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. Again, I didn't want to do a big gist of what I got, because really, you have 3 hours to look at what I got. No. As it is, this is a 15-minute video, and I really didn't go into a lot of detail about stuff other than quickly show you what I got, told you prices on a few things, and that's it. But again, remember, pile, pile, pile. When you're garage selling, that's the best way to get the best price. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you all later. Got to stop. Hi gang, thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was a little different than my usual videos where I show you what I got. Went into a little more detail about how I pick and some of the things I did. It was a really good week for buying. Spent probably a little more than I should have, but all in all, it was really good. Starting to see some sales roll in already from there. So thanks for watching, and make sure to hit the like button and comment.